Hello and welcome to another video on Microsoft Fabric, and in today's video we are going to discuss the enhancement done on the Spark connector for Microsoft Fabric Warehouse in March 2025. So first of all, let me take you through the release notes. The Spark connectors for Fabric Data Warehouse came for preview in February 2025, and in the March 2025 release of Microsoft Fabric it has been further enhanced. You go down to the feature list and you go to the data engineering section, you see write capabilities and the PySpark support in the Spark connectors for DW Fabric, which has been enhanced. And if you go down, you will see that we are pleased to announce the additional writing capabilities with Fabric Spark connector for Fabric Data Warehouse in the Fabric Spark runtime. This connector utilized two-phase write process to the Fabric DW table. Initially, it staged the Spark data frame into intermediate storage, followed by a copy into command, ingest the data into Fabric DW table. This approach ensures stability with increasing data volumes and support multiple modes of writing to the data to a DW table. Additionally, we are excited to announce PySpark support for this connector. It means you no longer need to use the workload to utilize this connector in PySpark. As of now, it is available as a native capabilities in PySpark. The connector will be included as a default library within the Fabric runtime, eliminates the need of a separate installation. Now to use this connector, all the capabilities of this connector, you need 1.3 environment, and for that you need to change it at workspace level. So let me jump onto the Microsoft Fabric, and for that I am using this URL app.powerbi.com, and I already opened my workspace 01GA Fabric. So I went to the workspace, I searched for 01-GA Fabric, and I already opened. After that, I went to the workspace settings on the right top, and there I went down the data engineering or data science, Spark settings, and here went to the environment. So here what I have done is I have changed my runtime version to 1.3, which is Spark 3.5 Delta 3.2. I was previously using 1.2, which I have now changed, and you would be requiring this to use the write back capabilities into data warehouse. I already created a notebook in this 01GA Fabric by using new, and under the prepare data I have used notebook. Now when I open this notebook, I need to add an item, and I added my Lakehouse. The option of warehouse was not visible when I was trying it initially. And in this one I have already added all the commands. And for this commands in the release notes, you have a link, Spark connector for Fabric Data Warehouse. Using that, this article will come and all the commands have been given. So I have created this notebook based on that. Now first of all, what you need to do is you need to import form.microsoft.spark.fabric, and then from there form.microsoft.spark.fabric constant import constant. These two things you have to import. So let me run this cell to import the files. When I run any cell for very first time, it do start the Spark environment, and that environment will be used by following cells unless I restart the environment. So import is done. My session is quickly started and import is also being executed. Now I need to import the table. Before I import the table, let me go to my warehouse, which is already open in another tab. This is my warehouse WH01, and here I have so many tables: brand, RLS, customer, date, etc. Also in the testing, I created this PySpark customer table, which I'm going to delete now. So what I can do for that is you select query, drop, execute the SQL. Table has been dropped, and now we can refresh the schema. Table now has been removed from the schema. Now when we want to test the write back again to the data warehouse, we will be able to add the table with the same name. Let's go back to the notebook. We have taken this. Now I wanted to read my table. So how do I read? I can create a data frame, Spark data frame, using spark.read.synapsesql, and there I can give the full path: warehouse name dot schema name dot table name. So I have given my table name warehouse01.dbo.customer. Let me run this. I got my table, and now I can display that by running the display df command. Table is display, I can see all my customers here. In case you wanted to read the data across workspaces, then the syntax is little different. Then you have to use additional option. So spark.read.option constant.workspace id, and you need to give a workspace id. And then you can use synapsesql warehouse or lakehouse name .dbo .table name. For that, I went to another workspace. This is my warehouse 01. From the URL after the group, I have taken the workspace ID. The same workspace ID I am going to use into the code into the workspace ID argument of the function. So here what I have done, spark.read.option constant.workspace ID. I given the workspace ID of another workspace, and from this workspace I am bringing the table warehouse01.dbo.geography, and I am immediately displaying it. Let me run this command too. I got the results and my table data is getting displayed using the df. Now what happens if you want to limit the data? Then the same statement to read the table, then you can put limit and number of rows you want to limit. What I'm doing is I'm directly putting it inside the display that I'm limiting my rows to 2. Querying the 2 rows from the item table, let's run it, and I got my 2 rows. Got my item table. Now the next step is I would like to pass some filters, and here I want to pass filter item ID equals to 1. So that's the filter I want to pass. So for that I have option dot filter item ID, and let me run this. So I'm able to filter the data also. The most important thing, I would like to write back. And to write back, we have command df.write.synapsesql. This is only going to work with 1.3. So initially I was on 1.2. Everything above I was able to run with 1.2 environment. But this is going to run only with the environment which is 1.3. So df.write with synapsesql warehouse name .dbo .table name, and I'm giving a new table name, and let me run this. It's executed. Let's go back to the warehouse and check is the table created or not. We'll go to the tables, refresh, and it may take a little bit of time as it is staging in between, but seems like it came very quickly. Now we can click ellipse size icon, new query, select 100 rows, and we can check out the data. In this manner, you are now able to use PySpark or Microsoft Fabric warehouses in case you wanted to do your development on PySpark and finally wanted to save those tables in warehouse. The option is available with you. So why don't you go ahead and try that out, and do let me know what else you want me to cover in this particular series. Thanks for watching this particular video. Keep watching, keep asking questions in comments, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notification for new videos. Thank you.